Hey y'all, welcome back to Feasting on the Word. I am D.G. Hamblin. This morning, I'm going to do something just a little bit different. I want to take you to a place to see something that is unique to this area. So we're going to drive to the city of Athens, Georgia, which is nearby, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And then we are going to relate it to a gospel topic and hopefully maybe strengthen a testimony or explain something in a way that makes it easy for somebody to understand. All right, let's go. All right, y'all, we're getting close. Just up this hill behind me. I think this might be the only cobblestone street left in all of Athens. But yeah, we'll go right up here and then we'll show you what we got. Okay, this is it right here. And I know you're thinking that's just a tree. Yeah, it is just a tree. And so this very ordinary oak tree, if we read this plaque, you'll get a little something about what makes this tree unique. For and in consideration of the great love I bear to this tree and the great desire I have for its protection for all time, I convey entire possession of itself and all land within 8 feet of the tree on all sides. William H. Jackson. This man loved this tree so much. It was part of his childhood. And when he got old, he couldn't bear the thought of something happening to it. And he bequeathed ownership of the tree to itself and the land that you see inside these granite pillars and the chain that goes around. So this is the tree that owns itself. Now there's something else about this tree. But you know what? These streets are narrow and people come driving by here and it gets kind of loud. So let's go back to the truck and then we're going to talk about the principle involving this tree that I wanted to mention. So here's the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey might have said, regarding this tree and how it relates to a gospel topic. I think you'll pick up on this pretty quickly. The tree, some years later, after Mr. Jackson had passed away, Colonel Jackson, I believe he was, the tree became sick and it started to die. But it was well loved around Athens, and you know, this historical thing, and people had grown to care for the tree like Mr. Jackson had. So a group got together and they collected acorns from the very tree and sprouted them. And from those, one was selected, I suppose the strongest. And when the tree died, it was removed and a new tree from its own seeds planted and restored. So the tree which owns itself was restored back to, well, you can tell it's, I'm sure, as beautiful as it was prior. So how does that relate to the gospel? I hope you're picking up what I'm laying down. You know, after Jesus was crucified and resurrected and his church was well established, you know, as the years and the decades went on, the apostles were killed off. And as the apostles were killed off, eventually the authority was lost. The authority to act, the authority to perform certain ordinances, the authority to receive direct revelation on behalf of the entire church was lost. It in effect died. And men recognized this. And they tried to bring it back. Yeah, we can see this in the Council of Nicaea and the other ecumenical councils which followed after that one. But what ended up happening was you had more and more splintering. It's like everybody tried to take a part of this dead tree and make something new out of it, but it was dead. It had to be restored. And so in 1820, a young boy named Joseph Smith, who, looking about and seeing all these different churches, all these different denominations, each of them proclaiming to have the truth, but yet none of them in agreement with one another. He knew they couldn't all be right because they were contradictory in one way or another. They all believed in Jesus Christ. They all had some form or some piece of this tree, but each piece was dead. There were no apostles anymore, no prophets. So he prayed to know which of all these churches. He thought, surely there are so many, one of them must be right. And what he was told was, no, none of them have all of the truth. None of them are any longer the Church of Jesus Christ as he established it. They had all changed and become something else. And so God the Father and Jesus Christ, his Son, appeared to Joseph Smith that day, just a young teenage boy, and told him, don't join any of these churches. And eventually, the authority to act in God's name, the authority to restore his church just as it was in old times, was given to Joseph Smith. He was called by God to be a prophet. He was ordained under the hand of resurrected Peter, James, and John. And the Church of Jesus Christ is once again here on earth, just as the tree that owns itself, once it died, was restored back to its magnificent glory and beauty that it had when Colonel Jackson was a kid. If you have any questions, if you're not a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, simply go to churchofjesuschrist.org and you can find the answers to the questions you're looking for, and you can arrange to have somebody come out and talk to you and teach you and explain to you about the restoration in its fullness of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I love y'all. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you the next time.